Hey, AP government students, going to do a really fast video on the Founding Fathers as was requested in class today. So let's start at the very top. George Washington, obviously leader of the Continental Army. He was very important for the Constitutional Convention because he created legitimacy for the gathering. Madison kind of brought him to say, look, if Washington is here, then nothing can go awry. Obviously, first president of the United States, was the first person to be reelected. The only person ever unanimously elected by the Electoral College. His virtue was essentially disinterestedness, this idea that he was the indispensable man, that without his character and his fortitude, America never could have happened. John Adams, the American Atlas of Independence, he is the one who led the charge for declaring independence at the Second Continental Congress. He was also the first vice president, the second president of the United States, the first one to ever be defeated by Thomas Jefferson in 1800. Pretty much wrote the Massachusetts Constitution, very important founding father. Thomas Jefferson is the father of American democracy, writer of the Declaration of Independence, writer of the Virginia Statute for Religious Freedom, the founder of the University of Virginia, the third president of the United States, founder of the first American party, political party, along with James Madison, which is the Democratic Republican Party, defeated Adams in 1800. He was Washington's Secretary of State, had a falling out with Washington. He did not believe in this idea of implied powers. So make sure you know him. Again, he is a giant. Who is not a giant is James Madison, literally speaking. James Madison is father of the Constitution. He is the one who came up with the Virginia Plan. He was the fourth president of the United States. Along with Jefferson, he helped to create the Democratic Republican Party. He is the mind of American constitutionalism, writer of the Federalist Paper number 10, the theory of factions, theory of pluralism, the idea of complex majority rule, this idea that the purpose of government is the protection of individual liberty, father of this idea of federalism, defeater of Patrick Henry during the Virginia ratification debate. Benjamin Franklin, of course, really never served in the government per se, but he was our our ambassador to France during the early days of our fight with England and helped out there as well. Alexander Hamilton, go watch the play. Just kidding. Alexander Hamilton probably imagined America more than anybody else. He was Washington's assistant, his aide-de-camp during the Revolutionary War. He was the first Secretary of the Treasury. His financial plan, his idea for the bank, this idea that we needed to not just kind of get out of the way of the economy, but the economy needed strong governmental institutions. It needed a bank. It needed credit. It needed to be able to borrow money. We needed to have a large military. So make sure you know all of the Founding Fathers, everybody.